It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now here's Hardaway. Here's McGrady. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And here's the fast break. Here's Marion. Pass to Nash. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's back to Hill. Hill left side. Hill left side. Outside Hardaway. Howard with it. Backing down is Howard. The shot will not go. Nash with it. Westfall. Back to Nash. Just 5 to shoot. Nash left side. The wing jumper off target. Here is Howard. On defense, Phoenix. Outside Hardaway. And here is McGrady. Now here is McGrady. Right side Hill. Right side Hill. Now McGrady. That 3 off the mark.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
Here's Nash. From outside, off the mark. Now O'Neal. And here is Hill. Pass to Hardaway. Defended by Nash. Left side Hardaway. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. On defense, Orlando. Westfall to the middle. Stoudemire, and that is good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And here is McGrady. Back to O'Neal. McGrady. Pass to Howard. Now, here is McGrady. Lock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Howard. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Nash. From the line, and he gets it to go.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Hill. Here's O'Neal. He's against Stoudemire. O'Neal inside. McGrady with the ball. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Nash. Marion outside. Here's Chambers. Pass to Nash. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by O'Neal. And here they come. Outside Hardaway. And here's O'Neal. Hardaway with it. Back to Hardaway. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And Stoudemire pulls it down.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Nash. Here's Chambers. Here's Chambers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And the Suns here with a different look. Nance outside. Shot clock at 6. Nance right side. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Anderson in the post. Now here's Anderson. And that one's good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger up.
Dragic with it. Back to Stoudemire. Pass to Nance. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye and often does, with or without help on the break.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Nance. Here is Armstrong. Pass to Anderson. Fires from the wing. And it's good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Dragic. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Marlin. And the 3 off target.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Here is Armstrong. Pass to Howard. Here is Armstrong. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Dragic. Nance outside. And the shot is good. Orlando trailing here. And here's Anderson. The tray. Can't get it to go. Here's Stoudemire. No good on that last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Suns on top. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one? Nance. Pass to Kidd. Now here's Stoudemire. Working on Howard. Back to Stoudemire. 6 to shoot. Kidd with it. Right side Kidd. Fires for 3. Right side Kidd. Slams it home for the putback. And so here's Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Francis. Pass to Howard. He's against Stoudemire. Takes it from 10. Now Howard. It's good on the putback.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Back to Nance. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Outside Kidd. Pulls it from the elbow. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones. A long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Now, here's Grant. They're running ahead. Marley. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Scott. Here is Howard. He's against Stoudemire. Howard in the post. Howard can't hit.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Now, here's Grant. Now, Howard. He's against Stoudemire. Back to Howard. Sinks that one from the post.
And another aspect.
Here's Kidd. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Marley. Left side Nance. Left side Nance. Pass to Kidd. That is good. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now Scott. Scott inside. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Kidd with it. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the rebound goes to Howard.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Pass to Scott. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now here's Howard. Scott with the ball. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. 5 points in the game.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Now Hornets set. Beyond the arc. The shot is off.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Now here's Anderson. Pass to Scott. Back to Anderson. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
And the Suns here with a different look. Westfall. Out to Marion. Nash outside. Five on the clock. Westfall. The shot misses. Here's Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And here is Hardaway. It's back to Hill. McCready with the ball. Well, fade away. Off the left rim and out.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because he got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Westfall. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now, here is Grant Hill on the wing. Pass to Grant. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
This is what this team is all about here. I mean, they're forcing their way inside, just bulldozing themselves into the paint area, and they're having a lot of success.
The Suns trailing. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Chambers. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
Now Hardaway. Right side Hardaway. Blocked. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Westfall. Westfall. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And it's the Magic with the ball. They trail by 1. Outside Hardaway. Shaq with the screen. He lobs it up. And here we go with Steve Nash. Pass to Stoudemire. Stoudemire left side. Stolen by O'Neal. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we've been seeing from Larry Nance. Nash outside. And here is Stoudemire. Back to Nash. Westfall. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down.
Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here's Hardaway. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Pass to Stoudemire. O'Neal's there. Fires from 18. And Shaq sends it back. McGrady with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Throws it up high. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Marion. Here's Chambers. Just 3 to shoot. All alone. Nash's shot is in. He's got 6.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Now here's Hardaway. Outside Hardaway. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now here is and it's thrown down hard with both hands. And here's Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. Timeout. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Nash right side. Westfall. Pass to Stoudemire. O'Neal's there. Releases. And Shaq sends it back.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Right side Hardaway. McGrady. And here's O'Neal. And again, it's Orlando converting.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Westfall. That's blocked.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Now here's McGrady. Looking for his first basket series. Howard in the post. And here comes Nash. 9-point game. Back to Stoudemire. And here's Nash. He has 6. Here's Chambers. Lock at 6. From the baseline. And he gets it to go. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's McGrady. Pass to Howard. Now here is Hill. McGrady. There's the lob to the hoop. Now Nash. To the inside. Marion. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end. Time call here. And so here's Orlando. McGrady with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Howard. Backs in. And he gets it to go. He's got 14.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Now here's Dragic. Now here's Dragic. Back to Marion. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. And the Suns making a change here. And Marion drops them both. Orlando leading. Here is Armstrong. Pass to O'Neal. Rebound by the Suns. And here's Dragic. Six on the shot clock. And here's Nash. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Hardaway with it. Pass to Howard. Back to Hardaway. Here is Armstrong. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Now Nash. 8 points for him. Here's Chambers. Working on Howard. Baseline jumper. Here's Chambers. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here is Armstrong. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Armstrong. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Chambers. The Suns trailing. Back to Nash. Outside Dragic. Now Nash. From outside the arc. Count that one. 11 points in the game. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Magic, and we'll be back right after this. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Here are the Magic now. The lead is 2. Grant Hill on the wing. Pass to O'Neal. Guarded by Marion. Knocks it loose. Nash with it. Off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. And the Suns making a change here. To tie it up. Hardaway with the steal. And they're running. Now, here's O'Neal. Power down with both hands. And here's Nash. Pass to Marion. Here's Chambers. And the basket by Chambers.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Howard with it. Back to Hardaway. Down low. McGrady banked in off the glass. And here are the Suns now. Now Nash. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by McGrady. Here we go, all alone. The finish. Here's Nash. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Westfall. Pass to Nance. And 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Nance.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
Here comes Penny Hardaway. Defended by Nash. Hardaway with it.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And the Suns making a change here. Now Nash. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Westfall. Back to Nash. It's blocked. Now here's Hardaway. Castro O'Neal. Baseline J on the way. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Nash, right side. Shot clock at 5. Marion. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's McGrady. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Sent to his team.
Outside Hardaway. It's back to Hill. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Nash. Lays it in off the breakaway.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Orlando trailing here. And here is Hardaway. There's the screen. Now here is McGrady. Now here is and the wing jumper offline. The Suns on offense. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Westfall. Back to Marion. Pass to Stoudemire. Shot clock at 6. Right side Hardaway. Backing down. Shot to stop the drought. That's good. Now Nash. Now Stoudemire. Pass to Nash. Now Stoudemire. Stoudemire on the post. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Outside Hardaway. McGrady with the ball. Outside Hill. Pass to Hardaway. It's back to Hill. Rebounded by Chambers. And Phoenix has possession. It's a one-point game. Nash with it. Lets it fly from 18. Nash outside. And here's McGrady. Pass to O'Neal. Outside Hardaway. And here is Hill. Now, here's O'Neal. And a great job by Vinny contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Hit his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Suns on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that and so both free throws are good. And
Absolutely massive.
Orlando has possession. Here's McGrady. Pass to O'Neal. Working on Stoudemire. And stolen by Nash. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that second one is good. And both at the line. Here's McGrady. No good.